In this week's football update, we'll look at PSG crowned champions of Liga, Pochettino to Newcastle, 5 subs in a game, also bringing you throwback of the week, the most exciting transfer gossip, and...
Who's that?
Football player! Right, let's get into it. With the French government's decision that no games will be played before September 2020, Liga have decided to officially end the 2019-2020 Liga season. Controversially, however, they have decided to take the standings as final, meaning that PSG are crowned champions of Liga for the 3rd time in a row and 9 league titles in total. The decision also sees Marseille and Rennes qualify for the Champions League and Amiens and Toulouse relegated. This is in contrast to the Dutch Eredivisie, who also cancelled their season but had decided that no team would be crowned champions and no teams would be relegated. All eyes are now eagerly fixed on the Premier League and the decision that will be taken for this season. The Premier League are eyeing a return for early June, and this would allow Liverpool to rightly be crowned champions, but the plans are not final yet and there is still a chance that the Premier League season will be cancelled. So tell me, if the Premier League season is cancelled, should they follow the Dutch approach of not counting the season or the French approach of finishing the season early? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Following the big news of the proposed takeover of Newcastle by the Saudi royal family, the rumour mill has been spinning as to who will be the next manager of Newcastle United. The names attached to the job include a return to Tyneside for Rafa Benitez and Massimiliano Allegri, but the bookies' favourite to be the next Newcastle manager is Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino had previously been linked with Manchester United and Barcelona, but Manchester United appear to be sticking with Solskjaer's long-term vision for the club, and Barcelona only recently hired Quique Setien. There's no doubt that hiring a coach of the calibre of Pochettino would make a big statement for the club's future ambitions, and Pochettino has proven his ability to build strong teams twice in the Premier League, with Southampton and Tottenham taking the latter to the Champions League final. Current Newcastle manager Steve Bruce must be pretty bummed by the news, as he was starting to build back his credibility of being a decent manager in the Premier League, especially given the lack of resources at his disposal. But with the odds of Pochettino taking over at Newcastle at under evens, the once rumour is gaining credible momentum. This week, FIFA has confirmed that it put forward a proposal for 5 subs to be allowed in a game. It's not clear whether the move is related to the expected lack of match sharpness arising from the break from football or a more long-term plan, but this proposal can cause a fundamental shift in how the game is played. The addition of 2 extra subs can allow teams to strategize further and perhaps look at having more specialist type players who may excel only in one area of the game to help them in particular situations. The move, however, does favour more wealthy clubs who can afford to have top talent sitting on their bench. One only has to look at the bench for Man City in a given game week and see that most of the players would be starters for almost all other teams in the Premier League. Another big concern would be the opportunity for even more time wasting to protect a slim lead. Already one of the biggest frustrations with the game in its current state, you can be sure that the addition of 2 extra subs will lead to some teams using this to waste even more time in tight games. And now for our throwback of the week, we go to 2013, Manchester United against Aston Villa, and Robin van Persie scoring a hat-trick which included this stunner.
Now Rooney. And Percy making a trademark run again. And what a ball to pick him out. And what a finish. A magnificent goal by Robin van Persie.
The young German striker Timo Werner, who currently plays for RB Leipzig, has stated that he definitely will not join Bayern Munich this summer. He has also ruled out a move to another German club. So where will he go? He has expressed his admiration for Jurgen Klopp and indicated he would be open to a move to Liverpool. But some analysts have warned that his style of play is not suited to defences which sit deep, which is what Liverpool do come up against most weeks. Arsenal have joined AC Milan in the race to sign Nabil Fekir. The French midfielder almost made a move to Liverpool in 2018, but the move fell through at the last minute. Fekir ended up going to Real Betis, where he scored 7 goals in 22 appearances. Fekir would cost Arsenal around 30 million, and he could introduce more dynamic creativity in midfield, especially if Ozil is not in Arsenal's long-term plans. Chelsea are looking at bringing former youth academy player Declan Rice back to Stamford Bridge from West Ham. Declan Rice is West Ham's most highly valued asset at £70 million, and West Ham are open to dealing to mitigate the financial impact of the coronavirus. However, unless Jorginho or Kante are making an exit from Chelsea, there doesn't appear to be much legs to this story due to the fee in question and competition for places in that defensive midfield role. And now it's time for...
Who's that?
Football player! I was born on the 9th of September 1991. I was born in Americana, Brazil. I burst onto the scene joining Chelsea aged 20. I set the Asian transfer record fee when I signed for Shanghai for £60 million in 2017. My playing style and ability drew comparisons to Kaka. Mourinho often preferred to play me rather than Kevin De Bruyne, leaving to Kevin having to leave the club to get more playing time. That's right, I'm Oscar. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button to stay tuned for the latest football updates and football betting tips and strategies.